are these people?
All right.
I was totally out of left field.
Sorry. I mean, that was. I mean, there were some mistakes there, but it's fine. So, welcome to another episode
Say
of
hi. What do you expect?
Angel and Friends. I'm Angel Rivera alongside my panel, Alex Knight and Miss Witchy Perfect. And thank you very much for all you joining this week. Let's see.
We're going to talk about that bad cookies, but we're going to be nice. I'm going to be nice for a change. At least I'll try.
Yeah,
I will
get
try.
to that.
I make no
We'll get
promise.
to that. We'll get to that in a moment. But since you guys have joined us this week, I figured you
have chosen wisely.
Yep. So we got a lot to talk about. Probably gonna keep it short. We got the most obvious thing of all time: the Wikipedia co-founder admitting that it's been compromised by the CIA, which we all have said one or another time throughout the years. Let's see. So we also got ICE, doing force feeding of people who are doing their hunger strikes. So people arguing that qualifies as torture. We also got the ICE is expecting to equip officers with body cams by the end of the month. We also have
turn on mysteriously.
We also have I should have a story here about ICE using electric gloves. So as soon as they grab you, they'll just electrify you.
Right? Yeah. Yep. I saw that too, and really, it comes down to they're going to do that because they want to fucking torture everybody. They don't care.
Hey, AOC, would you call that woke one, huh, bitch?
Are they going to get mechanical dicks too because we can't cut them off?
I don't know why people are confusing me with Pitbull. That's literally me. That's an AI generated version of myself. But
come on, he looks like Joe Cool, right? Right?
Yeah. Oh, we also
wear my sunglasses at night. Come on, everybody knows the song, right?
Yeah, I need that. So we're gonna get to a couple stories first because I do one unfortunate situation on Monday where I got attacked behind my back by two dissidents, in particular Russell. So
But before we get to that, I want to bring up something that I wanted to discuss last week, but we weren't able to.
Okay.
Obviously, you heard about it, Angel. August 27th, there'll be an extended look for GTA 6, but it'll be premiering on Netflix. Yes, so it'll be on Netflix for 6 hours, and then
dangling the carrot, guys, dangling the carrot.
And then it'll be on YouTube and on the GTA 6 website afterwards.
Okay, so if you want to get the preview early, you have to pay for Netflix, basically. So I wonder how much Netflix got paid by Rockstar to do that, or Netflix paid Rockstar to do that.
Billions.
Yeah.
So so unfortunately that did happen. I did get Russell, in particular, Russell freaked out and melted down over my tweet about or post about Mamdani's FDR tweet, which I argued
the audience were calling them out. I mean,
well, that is a good sign. However, I have some nice comments, but criticism for Russ and for the other guy. I forgot his name. What the hell is his name?
Keaton.
Keaton, yeah. Like Michael Keaton, only.
I'll wait till we get to that.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that a little earlier than I intended because Witchy does have to go early, so we'll get to that a little earlier than why I intended to do it. But
Court Lord, where's the proof that GTA 6 is gonna be garbage? Where's the proof?
Proof is right here. Right here. The proof is right here.
Just because there's hype doesn't mean it's gonna fail. Look at the previous Rockstar games. Look how they've succeeded.
Yeah, so
he said she said. There's only he said.
The issue that I have, it takes them 10+ years to develop games now. So
I'd rather them take their time on it than rush things out.
Yeah, that's true. But we won't see Red Dead 3 until 2036 probably. So it's like, if they ever do it. So,
Dangle the carrot. Dangle the carrot.
so we got Wikipedia co-founder says Wikipedia was compromised by the CIA.
Encyclopedia.
Oh yeah, don't say it.
Yeah, I know. I just
Your Wikipedia bullshit. I think they proved this on Tosh 2.0 that literally you could change it. It's not that freaking hard.
yeah.
Schools won't even let
Larry,
you use it for like notes and stuff. Like when you research
no,
stuff, you can't use Wikipedia. Schools won't let you.
no.
Now, I just want to respond to Bad Cookies for a second. I wasn't happy about the digital only announcement either. I wish it was physical only, but it's not the only one. I mean, I just heard recently the upcoming PS5 game, Panda Blade Zero, doesn't look like that's going to have a physical release either. And there are already some
No.
games that are you have to download that not all of it's on the disc. So
Yeah. No, it's not Al Sayed ass. It was Mamdani's ass. So we'll get to that a little bit later.
that
But
was the Madani part.
No, I'm just saying. I saw on Tosh 2.0 that you can do whatever you want with Wikipedia. You can change it to whatever. You could say possums eat brains for all I care, and people would fucking believe it.
Oops. Yeah. Let's see here. So Larry Sanger accused the CIA and its allies of editing articles for years to spread propaganda.
She's a man eater.
Wikipedia co-founder accused CIA and corporate actors of editing online encyclopedia to serve a state institutional interest during an interview with German daily Berliner Zeitung. I believe Wikipedia is already compromised. He added that the platform was identified early as a propaganda instrument, and that his anonymity rule made it much easy to use it as such. What we know as a fact through all kinds of evidence, the CIA has already edited Wikipedia. The company WikiPR made millions from Wikipedia edits. He also cited reporting by the Bureau of Investigative Journalism that Portland Communication rewrote entries for governments and billionaires, including Qatar, the Gates Foundation, and Libya's Sovereign Wealth Fund. He also added that identifying those behind such edits is nearly impossible because everyone's anonymous. Sanger also cited Catherine Maher, former
Catherine Marr.
Yeah, the former head of Wikimedia Foundation, who told the Atlantic Council in 2021 that the organization held talks with governments and other platform operators. The powerful are very interested in Wikipedia, he said, describing the site's pseudonyms as a mask, saying that the platform treats the positions of institutions such as the World Economic Forum and the World Bank as established fact. He warned that such distortions are now spread far beyond the site as search engines and chatbots draw on the site's text and use the content for training. Such models do not develop a life on their own. Once they are launched, they are functions of the training data, he said, arguing that the platform is now written from a fixed worldview he labels GASP, globalist, economic, secular, and progressive. On Gaza, Sanger said Wikipedia's coverage is clearly very one-sided in favor of the Palestinians, and backed founder Jimmy Wales' intervention on the Gaza genocide article, where Wales argued that the introduction should contain more of an Israeli perspective. That would be neutral. Huh?
No, just like the last episode, for whatever reason, it freezes on my part for a few seconds. I don't know why it's doing that again.
That's weird. Despite his claims that the platform tilts towards Palestinians, information about Israel's genocide is itself the target of a well-funded propaganda and erasure effort. Israel spent more than $1 billion on propaganda since October 7, 2023, to reverse the collapse in public support of its genocide.
$1 billion, really?
Yeah, they spent a ton of money. The genocide for the Strip, according to a 24 July report by Responsible Statecraft, with over 100 million of that spent in the U.S. alone through registered foreign agents. Part of that money goes to what the outlet described as LLM poisoning, building pro-Israel websites designed to feed chatbots such as Claude, ChatGPT, and Grok when users ask about the genocide. Which, by the way, which is why you don't use AI to ask about news, because they draw on Wikipedia, which is pure propaganda for the state, multiple states, I should say. Um, let's see here. What else do we got here? Yeah, so the most obvious thing of all time. Here we go. This is from The Guardian. What they are doing qualifies as torture. New details of ICE force feeding revealed. So we got cases of an Afghanistan man, Ukrainian man, and Saudi woman showed repeated nasogastric tube insertions and lack of legal representation. So
My God, they're doing
nasogastric.
it to poor people, or sorry, my God, they're doing it to white people too. Ukrainian guy got to be whiter than white, probably
Yeah.
whiter than I am.
One hunger striker in an immigration detention center was force fed for almost 6 months. One detained immigrant with mental health problems was about to be force fed until his attorney intervened and stopped the process. Another hunger striker was almost force fed but gave in and broke her hunger strike as coercive procedures loomed. There's at least 10 separate cases since Donald Trump returned to office in January 2025 in which Immigration and Customs Enforcement has attempted to subject detained hunger strikers to involuntary medical procedures, including force feeding. Of those, ICE subjected at least 3, but probably 5, who are protesting against the conditions of their confinement to the procedures. Human rights organizations has widely condemned as force feeding as torture.
Snorky, don't give him any ideas. That's next.
Mm-hmm. Where is it? Where is it? Why am I? Ah, here we go. Now, as ICE detains more immigrants nationwide, immigrants' rights organizations and medical experts worry more people will be subjected to involuntary medical procedures. Among the 10 cases the Guardians can exclusively reveal are of an Afghan man who was force fed for months in Texas, a Ukrainian man with mental health problems in detention whose looming force feeding in Florida was stopped by his attorney, and a Saudi Arabian woman who ended up in the hospital while on hunger strike in Louisiana and eventually broke her strike in Texas before being subjected to the procedure. The process to engage in force feeding is quick and secretive after a detainee has spent a certain amount of time on hunger strike, which varies. ICE will request emergency court orders from federal judges allowing them to quickly force feed them. In six of the cases reviewed by The Guardian, detained immigrants did not have any legal representation during the court proceedings. Most of the records are sealed, giving public only a glimpse of the process. ICE detention center guards who restrained a hunger striker while medical staff inserted a tube through their nose down their throat and pumped nutritional liquid into their bodies. According to court documents and Guardian's reporting, a painful, traumatizing, and potentially harmful procedure.
I mean, why do they
Uh,
care if these guys fucking go on a hunger strike and die? Aren't you guys supposed to be like, torturing them anyway? I mean, honestly, what makes you think this guy didn't stick his dick down their throats while he was at it?
so it's like, oh yeah, you're doing a hunger strike, so it's like,
surprise, motherfucker.
There it is, right down your
Why do they
nose.
care if guys die? That's why you put them in detention in the first place, isn't it?
Okay, I read that. The Department of Homeland Security and its ICE agency and the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern Districts of Texas and Florida did not respond to requests for comment. As part of the Guardian's reporting, we tracked specific cases in ICE detention centers nationwide. Following the 3 cases give vivid insight on what's going on behind the walls of ICE facilities. So these are kind of the 3 cases here. This is the Afghan man. An Afghan man in ICE detention was force-fed daily for nearly 6 months, starting in September 2025 and lasting through March 2026, enduring repeated nasogastric tube insertions under restraint. What they're doing qualifies as torture. It says that family practice doctor based in Washington, Sugarman is not familiar with the man's specific case, but she has worked with immigrant communities around the U.S. and is familiar with healthcare practices in ICE detention. Hunger strikes are an act of desperation. They do it because they're desperate. She's also active in Doctors for Camp Closure, an organization of physicians and healthcare professionals who oppose an inhumane detention of migrants and refugees arriving to the United States. According to his website, court records in the Southern District of Texas, the Afghan man began his hunger strike in the El Valle Detention Facility, a privately run ICE facility in southern Texas. On 11 September 2025, 4 days later, he was transferred to the Port Isabel Processing Center, another privately run facility in Los Fresnos, South Texas. He told the facility staff through a translator that he was striking due to his discontent with his case and indicated that if there was no resolution, he would continue until he was removed from this country. According to declarations submitted in court, yeah, these are privately run prisons, so they have no incentive to deport people quickly. They're going to hold them as long as they can, and then they'll deport them within a few years, maybe.
That's why they're torturing them. That's why they're trying to keep them alive. More butts in seats means more money. Now I understand.
Yeah. Case 2, the significance of legal representation. Andriy Shiptinsin, a Ukrainian man detained by ICE, has a doctorate in a computer science related field, but has struggled for years with mental health problems. Shiptin is 46, has severe bipolar disorder, which, according to the doctor, immigration attorney who worked on this case, contributed to mental health crises and subsequent arrests. So I have bipolar as well, but it's a lot less what's what I'm looking for. It isn't as severe. Basically, it's bipolar 2. Bipolar 1 is the most severe version of it, and I guess this guy is bipolar 1. Uh After the arrest, the criminal court recognized Shipstein mental health problems and sent him to receive psychiatric care. But he was arrested by ICE and taken to the now closed Alligator Alcatraz, a state-run immigration jail in Florida, Everglades, and then another ICE facility where his attorney said he was denied medical care for his bipolar disorder, leading to suicidal ideations. Sheepston was transferred to the privately run Chrome Service Processing Center in Miami on 20th February this year and began a hunger strike to protest against his continued detention. Officials refused to give him his bipolar meds, citing a hunger strike, while Sheepston refused to end his hunger strike until he received medical care, leading to his impasse. 44 days after he began his hunger strike, ICE requested a court order to restrain and force feed him. Blankenship said that by that point, Shipston's lack of food led to physical and mental distress. Meanwhile, Blankenship submitted motions in immigration court to try to get him released, which are unsuccessful. Witchy has bipolar level 7.
You would too. You would get mad. Why aren't you getting mad at this shit? Would you want to be? I mean, do you want the elites to have this done to you? Do you want to be force fed? No, of course you wouldn't. Whatever, bad cookies. I almost said blue cookies. Well, I don't know. You will be blue if they choke you. But anyway, I mean, get mad about this shit. I mean, they are raping these men and women. They did it at Applegrave. They did it at the one in Cuba. Shit.
Guantanamo.
Guantanamo. Yeah, they literally anally raped them. Get mad. Get mad about this shit. Because that could be you next.
Yeah, the Afghan man and Shipstein case are outliers. They had attorneys representing them, blah, blah, blah. One of those cases was for a Saudi woman on hunger strike who had to face off against the U.S. government's lawyers alone in federal court. The Guardian is choosing not to name her because she has no legal representation, and according to ICE records, she's still detained. Efforts to contact her in detention were unsuccessful. Late June 2025, the Saudi woman launched a hunger strike to demand her release when locked up in the Richwood Correctional Facility, another privately run immigration jail in northern Louisiana. In the weeks that followed, she has been sent to the emergency room and diagnosed with malnutrition, a urinary tract infection, a fever, low sugar and potassium levels. Nearly a month on strike, she was transferred to the Houston Contract Detention Center, another privately run facility in Texas, where other force feeding cases took place in 2024. Who was president in 2024? Joe Biden. So this is not just a Trump problem. So don't let these liberals and left wingers act like this is a Trump thing. According to court records at Houston, she fainted and was again sent to the emergency room, diagnosed with starvation, dehydration, weakness due to starvation. ICE requested on July 2nd permission from a federal judge to force feed the Saudi woman. In the documents, Dr. Alicia Wren, the clinical director of the Houston Detention Facility, pointing to the woman's declining health as a reason to engage in force feeding. The decision to force feed someone feels like a forced binary to me, pointing ICE detention as a civil matter rather than criminal. Just let him out. According to records reviewed by The Guardian, Wren has been involved in at least 3 force feeding court orders since September 2024. At all at the Houston facility. When reached by phone, Wren referred all questions to ICE, which did not provide comments. Let's see. The core civic spokesperson, which is the private prison, we also remain committed to ensuring that everyone in our care has access to legal representation. That's a lie. We would welcome support from detainee counsel and encouraging any individual to protect their health and well-being while attempting to bring the attention to their legal case. They don't give 0 fucks as long as they locked up in a bed and the government's paying. That's all they care. So this is a lie. The federal judge presiding over the case, let's see. Alfred H. Bennett did not rule on the force feeding request, but instead scheduled a hearing. The Guardian found that September 2024, Judge Bennett has ordered at least 2 other individuals to be force fed by ICE. Bennett's staff in the Southern District of Texas did not respond for a request to comment on this story. So, there you go. ICE is force feeding the shit out of these people, which quite frankly I call rape. Or, force feeding is just...
me, they're probably raping them too.
Yeah. Let's see. What else do I got?
They don't give a fuck about their health. All they care about is butts and beds.
Yeah.
Because they need the money. They need the money that goes in their fucking pockets. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, the private prisons, they get paid no matter what, but especially if somebody's using the bed, then they definitely get paid. So, ICE says it expects to equip every field officer with body cameras by the end of August.
Yeah, and I'm a tooth fairy.
This is an article by CNBC.
They won't work, and unexpectedly they'll turn them off. Shocker. As they force their dick down your throat because you didn't comply.
We got the U.S. and Customs Enforcement said Saturday that it expects every officer and agent in the field to be equipped with body cameras by the end of the month. A rapid expansion that could provide an unprecedented visual record of federal government's immigration enforcement operations. But whether the public get to see that footage remains largely up to ICE. So what was the point of the body cameras then? Because I guarantee you ICE is not going to...
they just want to pretend like they... Here's the reason for the cameras. They just want you to feel, they're going to hold themselves accountable. They're going to be accountable now. We'll give them body cameras. Fuck you. Fuck you.
The agency defended its body-worn camera policy amid questions about provisions allowing ICE leadership to withhold or indefinitely delay footage after serious injuries or death in custody.
It's no
Acting
different
Director,
than cops. No different.
Yeah, Acting Director David Benatorila said that the restrictions are intended to protect investigations and privacy and consistent with federal law and policies and other federal law enforcement agencies. His statement came in response to an Associated Press report on ICE policy, including a provision calling for the expedited release of footage after serious injury or death in custody when doing so is determined to be in the best interest of the agency. He said that the AP mischaracterized the policy by conflating the provision with ICE Border Authority to release body camera footage. He said that the policy clarifies that the footage should not be released when doing so could compromise investigations or privacy. Let's see. The AP report did not say whether the provision governs every release of body cam footage. It focused on ICE policy for releasing footage after some of the most consequential encounters with the public, those involving serious injury or death. All the footage we've seen so far is from cell phones. Either the Alex Preddy or the other woman that died. That's all cell phone footage. So we don't know whether Renee Good, thank you. I mean, we don't know if there's body cam footage of that or not. So
there probably is, but they aren't going to release it. Trust me, they are not. They will do whatever they are told to do. And if that means they have to kill a bunch of poor people for standing in their way, you either comply or you die. There is no middle ground, and they ain't going to release this footage. It's just like the fucking cops. Cops don't do that either. A cop literally could fucking rape me, have it on body camera, and guess what? I don't have a right to that fucking footage. Me, the person he fucking raped.
Even if you get an attorney,
even if I got an attorney, they would dodge and dodge and dodge. Yeah. And then this whole community is a bunch of fucking Trump supporters, so they would fucking blame me. Well, you probably deserved it because you look so hot. Go fuck yourself. Nice. Go fuck yourself.
ICE has been under heightened scrutiny since the fatal shooting in July of a 25-year-old motorist in Maine by an ICE officer with a history of violent behavior. Days earlier, another ICE officer shot and killed a Houston home builder driving to work. Neither shooting was recorded with body cams. Of course not. He said that ICE was committed to transparency and accountability and was on track to equip every officer and agent on the field with body-worn camera by the end of the month. The AP quoted Christopher Schneider, a sociology professor at Brandon University in Canada, who said that the selective releases are routine in some law enforcement agencies, but usually not so clearly contemplated in policy. In some way, ICE is saying the quiet part out loud. The story noted ICE sister agencies, Custom and Border Protection, has not released footage of the fatal shooting of Alex Preddy in Minnesota in January. So apparently CPB had footage of it, body cam footage, it just not released it. CBP Commissioner Rodney Scott told lawmakers that if it is a part of investigation, it would be made public, quote unquote, when it's appropriate, which would be years from now, if ever. So there you go.
Yeah, when everyone's fucking dead, just like they did with the fucking 75 years for the Kennedy assassination. Go fuck yourself.
Which by the way,
don't suck a dick. Which by the way, don't eat a bag of dicks.
Which by the way, neither Trump nor Biden released when they were supposed to by law in the Kennedy files.
They want you to comply or you die.
By the way, speaking of Biden, his cancer or whatever it is spreading pretty much all over his body now. So
good. I hope he dies real slow. Fucking pedophile.
It seems like he doesn't have much time left with his cancer spreading like that. So
I'm just waiting for the news to hit.
Rest in peace, you fucking pedophile creep.
Yeah, so this is all I have to say about that.
And I hope Trump does too. I hope Trump gets cancer and it fucking eats him alive.
Speaking of Trump, I'm sure you saw during the speech today, he was talking about, like, look at the girls over there, the young girls.
He's a fucking pedophile too. They're all pedophiles.
These are protesters that are trying to get Guantanamo closed. God bless them, but it's not going to happen. You remember when Obama promised to close Guantanamo 15 years ago? It still didn't happen. So it's like that was one of his other campaign promises that he broke infamously. So
they're having too much fun alien raping people in Guantanamo.
Guantanamo. Hell, we're still holding the 9/11 terrorists there 20 plus years later, illegally with no charges, no trials. So we're still holding them. My new article, which is that one right there, features 22 photos from my report, the latest monthly global vigils for the closure of the War on Terror prison in Guantanamo Bay, which took place across the U.S. and worldwide on and around Wednesday, August 5th, 2026. And accompanying text, blah, blah, blah. The vigils began on February 2023. Joe Biden was still the president. The genocide in Gaza had not begun yet. And 34 men were still being held at Guantanamo, mostly without charge or trial, and all in varying states of fundamental lawlessness. By the way, how come people have not filed for habeas corpus on these people? I mean, they've been in prison 20 plus years, and nobody's filed for habeas corpus again to get these people a trial finally?
Because the people will always think that they're the terrorists. Actually, I believe it was Israel who literally acted like terrorists. So, and no one from Israel is in jail or Guantanamo. Isn't that funny? I believe the people behind 9/11 were from Israel, not from Pakistan or whatever the fucking hell they tried to say.
Hi, CBC. Thank you for joining. To be fair, Joe Biden did release 19 of these men before he left office. Even though those successes were completely overshadowed by the ironclad support for Israel that he clung to, and his ailing mind collapsed. So he did release 19 men before he left office. So just needed to say that. Since last January, when Donald Trump returned to the White House, the 15 men still held at Guantanamo have almost entirely fallen off the radar. Trump in his first term has no interest in releasing any of them, even though 6 of them are still being held without charge or trial. Instead, he briefly used Guantanamo as a grotesque prop in the war on immigrants that he declared when he took office, holding hundreds of hapless migrants there until he was challenged in courts. Lawmakers began noticing how absurdly expensive it was to use Guantanamo as a largely symbolic theater of cruelty. Oh, by the way, you know who also held immigrants at Guantanamo? Bill Clinton. But that's okay, though. Nobody said anything then. He held a bunch of Haitians there in Guantanamo. So, but that's okay.
I did not do that.
Pedophile, he is one too.
In January, the prison at Guantanamo would have been open for 25 years, a quarter of a century, and despite Trump's lack of interest in it, it continues to cast a shadow over the whole of the 21st century. It was the last bastion of the global war on terror that the Bush administration declared after the terrorist attacks on September 11, 2001, whose 25th anniversary is just a month away. Yeah. When the entire world was declared to be a battlefield, and when transnational kidnappings, the use of torture and indefinite imprisonment without charge or trial became normalized. By the way, transnational kidnapping was called extraordinary renditions. Nobody knew what that meant. Yeah, that too, but nobody knew what that meant. But essentially, it means kidnapping, taking people from other countries, kidnapping them and flying them to other countries who was friendly to us and would let us torture them, basically.
Funny, isn't it?
All of the most disturbing ramifications can be seen most clearly in the actions of the state of Israel, whose torture prisons for Palestinians held in vast numbers without charge or trial under quote-unquote administrative detention, or as unlawful combatants echo Guantanamo, with his own forms of administrative detention and his insistence that those that are held are unlawful enemy combatants, as well as the CIA black sites in torture prisons, whose contempt for the borders of any kind of limits of military action is marked as that of the U.S. By the way, CIA had black sites around the world and here in the U.S. too, where they hold people unofficially. So if you get held up in one of these CIA black sites, you're fucked, for lack of a better word. So these are the people that are protesting for the closure of Guantanamo.
Oh, trust me, they will. You think you're saving your little 15-minute cities? They will literally take you and torture you every fucking day of your life.
Yep. That's 100% fact. So
what Jimmy Dore said, what they do over there, they will eventually do here. You don't think they want to take us in like a prison of some sort and fucking anally rape us? Oh, they will.
Yep.
And now you know the rest of the story.
I don't know if Jimmy said that.
So
that's what Jimmy has said before, right?
Okay.
You didn't know that?
No.
He said that multiple times in his videos.
No.
Yeah, so there you go. Guantanamo's still open. Donald Trump is not closing it, no matter how many, the few people that are still protesting for its closure. God bless them, but it's not going to happen. At least, and when Gavin Newsom takes office, it's not going to happen either. He'll make up some sort of excuse that.
Oh yeah, it looks like AOC's going to run for president.
Oh yeah, she's running, definitely running. She's not winning, but because the super delegates will never vote for her, but yeah. I mean, but most likely he's going to be Gavin Newsom. I'm telling you, he's going to be American Psycho. He reminds me of Christian Bale in American Psycho. He's just creepy.
That's how he comes off.
posted that tweet like months ago, like he was trying to be like American Psycho, or whatever. He got roasted for that.
Well,
Yeah,
he
knows.
me, he will be.
Like, he knows he looks like Christian Bale in American Psycho. That's why he made that tweet.
But that's not the point. He's literally saying the quiet part out loud. He's a psychopath who's a fucking pedophile who literally wants to torture and kill poor people. Then he just said the quiet part out loud.
Remember, Gavin Newsom, he's the same guy who's like, it's interesting, very interesting, which is interesting, you know?
He just fucking... CCOT is also open, come to think of it. Guantanamo really inspired these other prisons for the worst. Yeah. I mean, Guantanamo started this whole... Since the U.S. is doing it, the rest... these other actors are like, fuck it, we're going to open our own prisons too and, you know, torture people or anally rape them, as Witchy would say, or do whatever, you know, kill them.
Force them to suck their dicks. I mean, come on, guys. What they do over there, they will do over here.
Yep. So here we go. So as I pointed out or talked about earlier in the show, I want to get to it now because Witchy has to leave in like 30 or 40 minutes. So we got on Tuesday after on Indie stream, Cowboy Kitty told me that Due Dissidents attacked me behind my back. I was like, what? Like, why would they come after me?
The video in one of the group chats.
I was like, why would they come after me? I mean, and then I realized what it was. It was the tweet I made about Mondani. It's like, oh, now it makes sense. And in particular, Russell freaked out about it. So
yeah, I mean, I don't understand. Russell's supposed to be on our side. I mean, we're all supposed to, you know, think the same way. Mondani is just a sheep herder. He is just another Bernie Sanders. If you can't see that, wake up, chump, as Jimmy Dore would say, because they've hosted or guest hosted Jimmy Dore show. Jimmy Dore would literally say, wake up, chump. He's another Bernie Sanders. He's going to sheep herd people back into the Democratic Party, and he doesn't give a fuck about you. He don't give a fuck about you. He doesn't give a fuck about Jimmy. He doesn't give a fuck about Due Dissidents. Name one poor person he has fucking helped in New York City. I will fucking wait.
Do you have the clip, Angel?
Yeah, I do. It's just that I want to get to...
I'm sorry that you love Bernie Sanders so much, and Bernie is a cook. I'm a cook. I mean, for fuck's sake, get over it.
Hold on. Let me make this a little bigger. Whoops.
Well, no, I meant the clip, not the pics.
No, I know, but I want to get... Let me see. Shoot, that's not getting bigger. I'll just read it. Golden Monarch sent me some of this comments from
Thank you, Golden.
them. DD spent a whole hour browbeating people criticizing DNC candidates, almost like watching the Vanguard. Yeah, that's what I watched the entire hour. It's like, damn, this feels like I'm watching Kyle Kalinske or the Vanguard. Or it wasn't just me; they were going after a lot of other people too.
No, I meant that they were responding towards Due Dissidents.
These are comments. These are comments underneath their comment section. Let's see.
Yeah, it is like watching the Vanguard.
Oh, here we go. This made it bigger. Whoops. So. There we go. Let me just go back down here. Why is that there? Get rid of this. That's annoying.
Can you just click off of it?
Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I said this before under our last stream. The libification of DD has begun. I used to think these guys would be the ones who take up the mantle as thought leaders of independence post-duopoly movement once Jimmy Dore is no longer with us. But not anymore. I hate that these two vilify anyone with the label as accelerationists. I did butcher that word, but when their actuality, we are all just realists. The system is going to collapse anyways, and instead of trying to establish solidarity with everyone in the working class, we now hear arguments from these two. We now hear blah, 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 blah. I just lost track. The system's going to collapse anyways, and instead of trying to establish solidarity with everyone in the working class, we now get to hear arguments from these two talking about why I have to vote for the Democrats.
Yeah, vote harder, is literally guys. What they did. Vote harder.
Which is literally what they did.
So I sent you the clip just in case if you want to play it. So.
Yeah, I got it here. It's
can I just say something? And I'm trying to be as nice as I can, guys, because I really want to say SAD to these guys, and I don't care if they share the clip. Show my clip. Hey, all you're doing is making our brand a lot better. But instead of taking pot shots at people who come with receipts, why don't you look in the mirror and literally tell yourself that you are literally trying to boost up these Bernie Sanders like people. They do not care about you. Mondani is literally in the club. He is a pedophile, or he literally sucks dick to get to where he is. And again, I'm not trying to be mean. I just want to say, SAD to do dissidents. If you don't stop taking pot shots at people who are on your side and come with receipts, because I hate to break it to you, FDR was not the greatest man in the world. Guess what? He got Social Securities for white males. Did he get it for women? No. Did he get it for black people? No. Did he get it for Hispanics? No. At one point, women couldn't even fucking own property, you fucking idiot.
And also, do dissidents, if you guys are actually watching this video, I have a question for you guys. How the fuck did you even find Angel's tweet there in the first place?
I'm sure someone sent it to him.
It must have been because
one of their friends that's a fucking libtard. Oh my gosh, look at this person who comes with receipts. He said something bad about FDR. FDR was a fucking bitch. He literally got us out of a depression by sending men to die in war. 300,000 men died in World War II.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that part to you, Angel. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I have it. Just that. Let me see. Here we go. Yes. So this is a. Actually, this is the comment I'm looking for. This is the response that Russell gave me. So literally clarified right above your response. It was pretty clear the first time too that I wasn't denying history, but he did. He's lying there. Just pointing out the bad faith of nature of the argument. Fellas like you make a lot of libertarians, so basically he's calling me libertarian too for some reason.
So you're a libertarian now. It's just like, what the fuck?
Russ, I hate to break it to you, but again, we come with receipts. Here's a history lesson for you. And if you don't understand it, I guess you should brush up on your FDR history. So here's what really happened. We were in a fucking depression. It was the fucking 30s. And what did FDR do? Now hear me out, okay? What did FDR do? Instead of giving people fucking jobs so they could fucking feed themselves and literally were starving to death on the fucking streets. No, he could have given them jobs. He could have given them money. He could have done any fucking thing. He was living in the lap of luxury. What did he do? He got us into a fucking war by putting the squeeze on Japan. And Japan had no other opportunity but to bomb Pearl Harbor. So,
which was the point.
A little history lesson. Brush up on your FDR shit, buddy.
Which was the point.
I just don't understand. They're willing to call out all the other, fake Democrats like we all do. But for Mondani and Said, for whatever reason, they just don't do it. I don't understand.
Right. It's like the Clinton to the Bernie Sanders bullshit. Oh, Bernie Sanders was such a great person. Yeah, okay. He was such a great person that he literally sheep-herded people back into the Democratic Party. If you think Mondani gives a fuck about you or the people of New York City, then you are deluding yourself, and you literally probably are being paid to say all this shit. Who's paying you, you dissidents? Who? I want to know.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is their audience. Is this person from their audience?
Please, somebody clip this and give it to Do Dissidents. I would love to see their fucking faces when they get called out on the real carpet.
I don't think they'll play this, but
make me famous.
This is from a member of their audience. So it's like he says or she says, I don't know. I do not know who Angel Rivera is, but the tweet you guys showed in the 143rd minute is largely accurate. What he said about the internment of Japanese Americans was spot on, and what he said about African Americans not being able to claim Social Security is largely true. As farm laborers and domestic workers, a large majority of African Americans fell into these two categories, were excluded from Social Security system entirely into the 1950s. Thought that you thought this was his tweet was crazy makes no sense whatsoever. So even their own audience is calling them out.
Receipts. Black people in the 50s, newsflash, could not even drive a motherfucking car. Women could not also. women were excluded from the Social Security. Guess what? Because they did not work. Their husbands did. But they, as women, could not put their name on a Social Security check. It had to come from their motherfucking husbands.
And I remember,
if your husband died, guess what? Fuck you. You went to a fucking polar farm. You couldn't own property.
And I remember one of their audiences asked them, like, he was saying something like, Mandani is not Mandani, Saeed, he's just another Democratic fraud. Why are you supporting whatever they said? I don't exactly remember. And Russell was saying something like, well, here's the thing. Would you rather, support that guy over, Mike Rogers or whatever it is, or would you rather not? They're trying to, move. They're trying to get him to the left, thing. We'll push him left. They're trying to do that again. Like, come on! I thought they were better than that.
Apparently not. I want to know who's paying you. Who is paying you? Is it Israel? What? You're both Jewish. I think they're both Jewish, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah, they are both Jewish.
So here we go with the stupid. Oh well, I'm not a Zionist. You are a Zionist. If you think Mandani gives a fuck about anyone but himself and his pedophile ways, then you are deluding yourself.
So initially they have Nick Cruz up here from RBN. They treat him so carefully. Like, they're like, oh no, we love Nick. Don't worry. I mean, we're not going after Nick. Blah blah blah. We love him. He gave us our big break. We did that Hostuopoly show. Blah 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 blah. So they were criticizing him, but at the same time they're like, oh please Nick, don't come after us, please. We love you. Me? Watch what they. This is me. So.
While dragging the Palestinian movement to the right. And let me just get the next one in. And this is Angel Rivera. Back to FDR, when black people couldn't collect Social Security, when FDR interred the Japanese during World War II, when the party was controlled by Southern Dixiecrats. That's where Mamdani wants to.
Oh, that's true, by the way.
Go back to
it is also
that
true
era of the Democrat.
Yeah,
he wanted. He interred Japanese people.
No. Just play his reaction again, or just keep playing it. I want to hear his reaction.
It's where Mamdani wants to go back to, that era of the Democrat Party. I fucking hate shit like that.
Oh, really?
Passion. All right, so
I fucking hate that. See what a difference between the way he treats Nick and the way he treats me.
Why do you fucking hate that, Russell? Why the fuck do you hate that? Where's he wrong?
So you want to go back to literally Japanese Americans being in concentration camps just because they were fucking from Japan? That's your fucking freedom? That is your fucking freedom. You want to go back to the fact that literally black people couldn't drive, they couldn't collect Social Security, women couldn't collect Social Security. In fact, women were literally second-class citizens. An animal was more important than a fucking woman. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Women were supposed to be in the kitchen barefoot and pregnant. Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, Golden says, fun fact, Jimmy Dore has new dissidents been guest for Rage of the Machine. Yeah. I mean, they've guest hosted Jimmy Dore plenty of times and have been on as guests too. Snow says Jew dissidents, which they're both Jewish.
Hi, Snow, love you.
Or like
so let's keep going with this. So
what Nick has to say, which is not batshit. Unlike
what Nick has to say is not batshit, but me, I'm batshit crazy.
What comes after? Mamdani didn't run as somebody who's going to start a revolution or going to burn down the Democratic Party.
Yeah, so why
Nick sees things from...
Yeah. So again, he didn't run like
Sanders.
that.
So
he didn't run like
that. You still love Bernie Sanders, even though he's a fucking cuck? You love Mandani because you know he's a cuck?
But he just wants some change, and we should accept it. No, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you. Name one person who's fucking helped. Name one. I'll wait.
Of a revolutionary. Nick wants a revolution. That's not what Mamdani is. Like, there's nothing surprising about Mamdani saying that. That's implicitly and expressly what he ran as. Now, here in New York, and we've discussed this.
Again, they treat Nick like with
kids' gloves. In China? Okay, so you know that he's not who he says he is, and he didn't run on a revolution. So why would you support someone who you know is a paid fucking shill who literally is in the club and a fucking pedophile. Why would you be for that? Are you guys pedophiles? I'm just asking. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just asking. Are you guys in the club? Are you guys being paid by Israel to say all this shit? I'm asking. I'm asking questions. Are you guys fucking pedophiles?
He is largely delivering on that vision of governance. He has been, by most people's accounts, and you can see this in the poll numbers, a pretty good mayor. He's a throwback to the sewer socialists.
No, he isn't. He's nowhere close to a socialist. He has never been a socialist. He is a fucking elite pedophile who literally is in the club and taking all the poor people's money in New York City and literally funneling it to the fucking rich who are his friends. Yeah. What are you even fucking talking about?
Well, they're justifying it with his approval rating being 69%, so something must be working, right? I mean, he's done a lot of good.
He's had a great approval rating too, and you see what happened with that.
The only reason why he's popular is because he's not Andrew Cuomo. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a Muslim. They don't fucking care what nationalization you are. They don't give a fuck what your ethics are. They don't give a fuck about your religion. He sold out to the establishment. He is in the motherfucking club. If you can't see that, wake up, chump.
Primary example, but not firing Jessica Tisch as NYPD commissioner and not cutting the NYPD funding as he promised that he would.
No, he actually is funding them more. Yeah. And the NYPD are fucking with more and more poor people. Wake up, chumps. What is your fucking problem?
Speaking of people like Mandani and El Sayed, Angel, I send you another link referring to El Sayed. I would actually like Steph to see it as well because you won't believe. You may have seen it, but it's still.
So this is another great comment here by Golden. Another not so fun fact. At one point, Hardlands Media, Revolutionary Blackout Network, and Due Dissidents would have a trio live stream together, which was called, I think, Post-Duopoly or something like that. I was always baffled why other smaller channels were never reached out to INN. Yeah, I always wondered why they didn't reach out to any of us to be a part of that.
I heard someone in the chat saying they don't do the Post-Duopoly stream anymore.
No, they don't do it anymore. But I'm just saying when they did it, I don't know why none of us got an invite.
Even if you count Kit in this, Kit would be appalled by this. This behavior is not taking pot shots at someone like Angel just because you want to suck the dick of Mandani. I don't get it. I just don't understand. Stop taking pot shots. Look at yourselves in the mirror.
Because Keaton takes pot shots at me. Not he doesn't say my name, but he's talking about me. I mean, it's obvious.
Which you have to do. You have to do. One of the things they love to label the left with is incompetence. You have to have that basic competence. What he did with the snow removal, not only doing it efficiently, but also making a work and jobs program out of it. Yeah, he's a democratic socialist.
Jobs for who? Jobs for who? Jobs where? Where did he make a job program? There's still a lot of people out of work in New York City. Person. Yes. Sorry, I'm trying to be nice.
He's referring to the snow thing. When Mamdani hired a bunch of people to trouble snow, and that was something historic. Like,
yeah, I mean, that's only for when you have snow. Guess what? Those people are still out of work mostly during the season.
And there was a video of this one guy who took the snow shovel and took the $20 an hour and went home and did nothing, and no one noticed, and he bragged about it. So it didn't even work. He just went home, like he didn't shovel any snow.
For a communist, that's not good enough for you, which is understandable. You have to build your movement so that you can actually win political power. In the meantime, you can't expect people.
So now
there is no movement. What movement are you talking about? He has literally the elitists on his side. That is not. First of all, if you think Mandani is anything but elitist, you are a fucking moron who doesn't know anything. Again,
they sound no different than Vanguard, Mandani, and Crystal Ball. They sound just like them.
They sound like I
want to know who's paying them. I bet it's Israel. Israel's paying them $7,000, right? Right, Snow?
Yeah,
you see,
7,000.
Yeah, I assume you all seen the Mamdani clip where he has that thick African accent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they trained him to have. Oh yeah, they trained him to have an American accent.
I am like you. I come to America. What the fuck?
And El Sayed, which I just sent the clip for you, Angel. Did that
we'll get to that.
stupid Blues Clues clip, which was just like
I mean,
so
for fuck's
cringe.
sake.
Oh, I don't know
Russell-
how much of that I can play, but yeah,
This
well,
is
we
for
can
Russell
mute it and
and-
look at it.
I'm speaking directly to Russell now and Keaton. Do you guys honestly believe? Didn't you guys hear Hillary Clinton when she said there's a private and a public position? Hello.
I want to be fair to them. Right after they attack me, they go after Hillary Clinton, and talk shit about her. But
you
for
are
some
doing
reason-
the same thing. Russell and Keaton are doing the same
That makes
thing
up for that.
about these politicians who have a private and a public opinion. You think that Mondani, you don't think that he's going, can you believe these fucking sheeple? Let's go rape some children. I mean, for
Well,
fuck's sake, they're all pedophiles.
I don't
Yes,
think they
but-
even made a video yet when Mandani said it turns out we can't arrest Netanyahu, like he said he was going to do. They didn't make a video of that. Did
Oh,
they?
I don't know. I have
Well,
not watched them in
that
months.
was such bullshit
But-
anyway. You
but
know
the
that
only-
Donnie wasn't going to do it.
The only reason why I'm doing this because they came after me first. If it wasn't for that, I would not
Yeah,
be
we
doing
need
this.
to
I want to make
respond.
that clear.
It's like when oh shit, Hannah Banana went after Jimmy Dore, and he responded. Same thing with Kuklinski. He responded. So we're just doing
Yeah, that's
exactly
it.
what Jimmy
I mean,
Dore did.
We're not. I'm not.
Well,
I haven't
we
watched
felt
them in
that.
months. I haven't watched them in months. I haven't thought about them in months until Cowboy Kitty said they came after me. I was like, oh, okay. So it looks like I got to look this up and probably respond on Friday because I'm pretty sure if they came after me the way I
And
think they
isn't
did.
it funny? Isn't it funny that they're both white males? They've had everything fucking handed to them on a silver platter, where people like us, and no offense, little brother, but I'm talking Angel, I'm talking Dave from Deconstructing Topics. We've all had to fucking work for a living. We don't just get to sit on our asses and do this, for money. We're doing this for fucking free, y'all.
Yeah. So I want to keep playing this because they eventually
Instead of
eventually
face slap at the end of their
take
videos.
pot shots at me personally. So
Not support this guy who's materially improving the lives of working
totally
people.
made up.
When we talked about that on Jimmy's, he did not disagree with that. Of course, a rent freeze that helps literally millions of people
No,
in
no,
New York
rent-
City
Who does it? Who does it help?
to be able to afford to
So
live.
Yeah,
get
so
they're doing the
Jimmy-
crumbs. They're doing the crumbs. It's just like
Yeah, Jimmy. Jimmy is friends with them, which is why he probably did that. Oh yeah, I agree with you guys, but one of those things. I didn't see the clip, but I'm assuming that's what he did.
All I will say is, who does that help? Okay, so your rent is $1,400 a month. Oh well, they got a rent freeze, so it's still fucking $1,400 a month, and I'm getting paid like maybe $30,000 a year.
Also, why is New York City still dirty as shit?
Remember when Mondani promised to clean up the subways? He cleaned up one subway and bragged about it. And the rest of the subways are still dirty as fuck. So it's like,
Where are your
let's
receipts there, due dissidents?
these two are New Yorkers, so that's why they like have an impart.
Yeah, but they
love
live on the
Mondani.
good side. They live on the clean side.
So I don't know where they live exactly, but I don't want to attack him in that way. But yeah, I mean, they definitely live in New York. So
Well,
But-
trust me when I say
What he's starting
I'm
with
looking behind them, and I can guarantee you that, they have probably apartments or they have houses. Okay, do you know how many people are on the streets can't afford this fucking shit, but they can sit on their butts and talk this kind of smack all day? Hey, again,
Yeah.
I'm doing this for fucking free. I got a full-time job, plus I have 3 of my own shows, plus I do Angel Show, plus I do Pro Wrestling Talk. Motherfucker, come in and live in my shoes for at least a day. You couldn't do it. You couldn't do it.
let's keep going with this because it's a little long.
these grocery. He's working within the system and
No, he
with
isn't.
a system that has limits that revolutionaries, by definition, want to break out of.
Working
What are you
My
talking
argument,
about? No
particularly
one knows
since
what
I
you're
came
talking
back
about.
from countries that had successful revolutions.
So he's at this point kind of talking about Nick and how he's a revolutionary, so he's not going to like Mamdani, but we all should like Mamdani. That's what he's implying. So
Nobody
He's not-
likes Mandani. He's a literally fucking pedophile rapist who literally is in the club. No, I'm not going to bow down to a fucking pedophile who I wouldn't trust as far as I could throw my fucking car.
I believe his mother, Mandani's mother, I believe she's met with Epstein before, I believe. So,
And now the plot thickens.
and got an
I want to keep playing this
idea of
over.
what went into making them successful.
Hold on. Pause for a second. Backwoods, how is Nick Cruz not a revolutionary? I mean, he talks about this shit all the time. Well, how is he not?
Well, and I love how they give him a pass. Oh well, he's not going to like.
They gave him a
because
pass, yeah.
XYZ. But Angel, you should just suck the dick of him. No.
Yes.
No.
I want to get to the part where they talk about me. So
We're not anywhere near that. We're not anywhere near that. You don't have the infrastructure. You don't have the movements. You don't have the organizations.
La, la.
And you're
ready
never
for a
going
general
to.
strike.
You're never
Oh,
going
listen,
to.
Yeah, la la.
You're never
Revolution.
going to have any of that shit.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't want to break your flow. Can I
Yeah,
jump in for a minute?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think what you're
So
saying.
this is where Keaton takes pot shots at me without mentioning my name, because it's obvious when you listen to him.
In there is a version of what you're describing, is that there doesn't exist any real pressure, right? I think it is true. Like, I think that's a totally valid point that Nick makes there. I think the problem is, in order to function as a pressure release valve, in order for that to be your primary function, there has to be enough pressure on the system.
Right.
And they're just at this point, there just simply is not. There just simply is not. And to me, Exhibit A as evidence for that is the fact that Shama Sawant couldn't crack 20% in her home field. Now, I'm not saying that to knock Shama. I love Shama. We supported the campaign. I think she ran a valiant campaign. I don't think it was a flawless campaign. I don't think anybody runs a flawless campaign, but I think she did a great job, all things considered. So it's not a knock on her that she couldn't get 20%. It's a reflection of where we're at right now. Right?
So,
what pressure is being released by Mamdani in a country where the most serious
incremental change is okay. Incremental, it's okay. You then are fine. You are living fine. You don't have to worry about making ends meet.
Yeah. Bad Cookie says, no, Alex, this is a hard no from me. As much as Nick Cruz loved to talk about revolution, he's leading people right back into electoral politics.
No,
Revolutionaries don't do that.
No, he's been going after the fake progressives, like
no, I think what Bad Cookie's talking about is his support for Kashama Sawant and back into electoral politics. So I think that's the point he's making.
I can't blame him for supporting Shama. Shama Sawant ran as an independent, so
that's what I think he's referring to. So we here in INN are kind of post-elections. It's like there's no point. No matter who we vote for, nothing changes. So that's why I'm not voting anymore. So if Nick wants to vote, that's on him.
But incremental change, then you are fine. You like the system just how it is. So I'm guessing due dissidents is just fine with incremental change because they don't have anything to worry about. Their bellies are always full. They live in nice apartments and houses. Well, then I see exactly why you feel the way
that's the key. Because when they first started on YouTube, they kind of struggled just like all of us did. And, that's why once Nick discovered them and featured them on that Post-Duopoly show, they blew up. Now they have 160,000 subscribers or something. And now they make pretty decent money on YouTube, which is why they all of a sudden that changed quickly. They stopped doing that Post-Duopoly show and, and now they're doing this shit. So...
is an accomplished revolutionary socialist can't crack 20% on her home field.
Right.
That's, I think, the very sober reality of it.
They missed
Isn't
that part.
Stalin, right? So you can't run as a Stalinist. You got to run, and like I said, this is just like, I'm not even saying this because I wish it were true. I'm just saying, like, this is what I observe.
We should accept that.
That's right, but we also cannot expect, just like remember, does anyone remember the Justice Democrats? Literally the big shills. Oh, vote for me, I'm going to make change. You cannot make change within the Democratic Party. You just can't do it. Look at the Justice Democrats. They are a failure, a huge failure. Nobody likes them because they don't care.
Who are
Oops.
not accountable for anything they say, right? And who are not
accountable
on Twitter, where there's a lot of. When I talk about people, guys do
this
that.
is where he comes after me here indirectly.
You know, they do that.
Yeah,
Like they're
they
not
do.
like when I talk about people mouthing off online, I'm not talking
I'm the one that's mouthing off online, by the way.
about Nick or any of those guys. They walk the walk.
Well, he's not talking about Nick. You know, remember he walks the walk, so he's had no problem with Nick.
You know, I'm talking about the general atmosphere on Twitter, where there's a lot of loudmouths
Like me.
Right.
hiding behind anonymous accounts.
Or not.
But I'm not
Oh,
anonymous.
that's who
He
think
made that up.
who he is? That's who you think he is, Keaton? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I'm an anonymous. I'm not anonymous. My full name is there. My picture is there. I've been on Twitter since 2009. I mean, I'm not an anonymous account. He just
Not
made
to
that up.
mention,
No,
we're
but
not
you
just spouting out stuff. We actually come with fucking receipts because we do
Yeah.
the fucking research. If you don't understand how FDR treated people, then fucking look it up, creeps.
And
For
giving out
anything they
pizza to
say,
the homeless.
right, and who are not accountable to anything they say, who don't
Oh,
do
wait, you can't
Are
hold
you
me
fucking kidding
accountable
me?
for what I say.
He literally gets trolls every time. I literally had to delete a troll or block a troll because they wouldn't shut the fuck up. Oh, well, that never happened and that never happened. Again, we come with receipts, guys. I don't know who's paying you, but Israel better be a good suck because, I mean, this is just ridiculous.
any mutual aid. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm not doing mutual aid. Look, I never
What
promised.
have you guys done?
Yeah, what have you guys done? You guys got
So
founded by Nick Cruz, and now you think you're batshit or you think you're the shit.
Yeah. So Nick Cruz found them and put them on that revolutionary post-duopoly show, and they blew up kind of from that. And there you go. Now they're acting like this.
That's what I'm talking about. As far as Nick, I love Nick, and I think he makes a good point there. I'm looking
Nick makes a good point, and I love him. See the difference between me and Nick Cruz? Like,
at a country now where Shama Sawant can't crack 20% on her home turf.
Right.
And I'm saying there's
now Russell goes back to attacking me directly.
just not the pressure on the system to categorize Mamdani first and foremost as a pressure release valve.
There also isn't the class and political education.
Oh, wait, I didn't know Rome was kicked out of RBN. Then he found RBN? Like, how he's kicked out of his own organization?
I didn't hear anything about that either.
That's interesting. I mean, I haven't watched RBN in a while, but I didn't know that.
Among the population to direct a revolution in that direction to begin with. Like, if you get the kind of chaos you would need for a revolution, it's going to be a fascist revolution because you don't have
Why
what
would
you
it be a
need.
fascist
guide
revolution when we're trying to get rid of fascism?
Fascism. I wish I had like a fascism thing here, so I don't have it. But let's see.
Fascist revolution underway right now. That's what they're doing. That's why they're tearing the system down. That's why
Russell's gonna crash out and freak out here on me in a minute. So
why they're testing constitutional limits. Right. You're living through that now.
Right.
And the left is in no place to mount a meaningful resistance to it. And that's not because of Zoran Mamdani. That's because
No, he's part of the problem.
He's a symptom of the problem. It's not
part
because
the
of him.
problem.
I
He
never
is not the
suggested it.
solution.
I never suggested it was him. So
the left has failed to
You're correct,
This
Patrick,
is
that's
infiltration.
exactly what they're doing.
all right.
each
Here
other.
we go.
Right.
Let me see the chat here. RBN is done. The only one left is Nick Cruz. Everyone else abandoned ship. That's interesting because I've not seen them do a show together in a while. Like Sabby Sabs and the other. Who's the other black guy?
I know.
Forgetting his name.
In Rome, I mean, they're still chatting with each other on X. So I mean,
Well, ask
So
Savvy
who's it?
Sabs. Savvy Sabs is a black woman. Ask her about, well, she wouldn't know about the 50s because I don't think she's that old. But ask her. I'm sure she knows the history of black people in the 50s. They couldn't even fucking drive cars.
All right, so this is the part I think with Russell. He
This
crashes out here. So
shit, speaking of, this shit I cannot stand.
you
This
can't stand it, guys. So,
shit I cannot stand. Yeah, that's what he's saying. That's what the brown Muslim mayor of New York is saying. He wants to go back to when black people couldn't collect Social Security. It's so.
no, I didn't
I
say
mean, that's
that.
what Obama did, right?
Yeah. He's strawmanning me. What I said was this is also a part of the Democratic Party legacy at that time. I didn't say that Mamdani said that. I'm just saying that's the other side of what FDR did.
When you say
can't-
something about Mamdani, I get angry and I just lose my shit.
So what I meant to say, and he's strawmanning me here. What I meant, and I think most understood, was you can't just focus on the good part of FDR. You also have to focus on the mostly bad stuff he did during his long presidency. So this is my point.
Fucking facile. It is so.
It's facile. Okay.
He doesn't even know what that means.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
hold on, let me see. Hold on. Let me
So
ask.
we should go back to the fact that literally we had a
Siri.
Great Depression, and the only way out of that
What does
depression
facile
is
mean?
not jobs and money programs to get people back on their feet and not starving. No, we should just put them to war because 300,000 men deserve to die.
All right.
That's what you want to go back to, Russell? That's what you
So
want
it
to go back
means
to?
that it means that facile means that I'm ignoring the main point of the argument, and that's basically what it means.
So here's the argument. This is what he said. It says right there, we're not running away from the Democratic Party that has done everything the Republican Party has done, and that shepherd people into their fucking bullshit so that they'll keep voting against their own fucking interests and keep voting for these fucking pedophiles to run the country. I'm sorry, Russell, you were saying?
So apparently JB, that's who that little black guy was thinking of. So he resigned. Okay. Sabby Sab's left as well.
We're not running away from the Democratic Party. We're going back to what the party used to be, which is what? You literally had Bill Clinton, who was a Democrat in a suit and tie, who literally killed a bunch of people and then literally fucked a bunch of children and literally called him, and also got, what's her name? Blew her up, Monica Lewinsky, and blamed her for the fucking blowjob that she gave him in the Oval White House.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
CJ got removed.
Christ, that's what you want to go back to?
Yeah, only one I remember is CJ being removed for the creative difference controversy. So yeah, the RBN is pretty much dead if that's true. The only one left is Nick. I mean, that's not an organization then. That's just one guy doing a YouTube channel.
I don't think Nick Cruz is great though. I mean, he's still, he's still doing everything, correctly in my opinion. So.
All right, so Russell continues to crash out here. So
facile. Yeah, no. If somebody says, you know what, I kind of wish we had an America where people did more farming. Oh, you want slavery?
I didn't say that. I didn't say any of that. He's a straw man.
No, you said it. So it sounds like you kind of want slavery. Considering that Israel is literally using Palestinian
words into your mouth that you never said.
Yeah, you're just straw manning me.
That's not what we're talking about here. Mondani said we're not running away from the Democratic Party. We are going back to what the party used to be, which was fucking sellouts from day fucking one. They literally had nothing. They had no campaigns. They had nothing. They went along with the Republican Party because it's better to screw poor people in both parties. So here's the real thing that we were trying to say. It's the Democratic Party is no different than the fucking Republican Party, and they still fuck poor people, you idiots. In case you couldn't get our
and look at Keaton laughing like, oh, it's so funny.
Yeah, he's chuckling there. Like, I forget. I think it was Golden who said he cowardly just chuckled away. Didn't really call out Russell for his bullshit here. So that's
it's just so stupid. And this is a perfect example of what
this is so stupid. So yeah, there you go. Let's keep
I'm
going.
talking about when I say intelligence services. I think
this is when he implies I'm part of intelligence here. This is the
so
part I was talking about.
Hispanic men are stupid? Is that what you're saying, Russell? Oh, you said this is so stupid, so I guess you think all Hispanic men are literally stupid. Thank you for literally
it's not like Trump or other Republicans.
See, I can fucking do it too. Yeah. I can do it too, Russell. Somebody clip this and send it to Russell Dobler. So basically, you think that all Hispanic men are stupid. I can do it too, Russell, baby. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so let's ask Indy on his thoughts. Look, I don't, I don't want to involve anybody else in INN. I mean, if Indy wants to give his thoughts, that's fine.
I think Indy said just watch Angel's show. That's what Angel said.
So I don't want to involve anybody else in INN. If they want to put out, their own opinion on it, that's fine, and I appreciate it. But I don't want to involve anybody else
Oh,
because
you
we don't do this.
criticize Mamdani? You're a psyop.
Yeah, we
Shut
don't
the fuck
do
up.
this type of shit of drama, but I felt the need to respond because Russell implies that I'm intelligence here. So let's continue.
Intelligence services elevate this kind of moronic take because it's so easy.
But this
Did you
tweet,
get your
this tweet
CIA
didn't even.
check yet? Angel, did you get that check?
Yeah, no, I wish I did. Not really, but I need the money. But you know what I mean. I need the money. So, but no, I wouldn't take it honestly because I'd rather do this than be a sellout.
Did
but
you get your
my main point,
$7,000 check yet, Angel? Boy, that was
no,
sweet money, wasn't it?
my main point is
Shit.
this tweet didn't even go viral. I don't know how they came across this
That's
tweet.
what I was
but
saying. I don't know
it
how
did-
it happened.
I don't know how Russell came across this because it didn't go viral. If it did, maybe I get it, but it didn't. It only got, I think, 1,000 views or something like that. It didn't go viral. So let's keep.
To divide the left with this bullshit.
I'm dividing the left.
God.
Dividing the
Guys.
left when we come with receipts.
Guys, I'm dividing the left somehow. I'm powerful enough, basically, to
Divide the left?
divide the left.
No, you're
so-
you are literally
What
dividing yourselves. You're literally saying the quiet parts out loud, and now we see who you truly are. You're
Guys,
nothing but a bunch
your
of Israel
audience even
shills.
called you out on your bullshit. They weren't buying it.
Yeah,
Now
so
why
I'm
don't you
dividing
call
the
your
left.
audience a bunch of stupid people and watch your audience come to us because we tell the truth. We are not going to lie for $7,000 from Israel, by the way. And like I said, Russell, I can imply the same bullshit you just did. You literally said he's stupid or this is stupid to you. So all Hispanic men to Russell Dobler are stupid. See, I just did the same thing there.
Yep.
It's not that
Total
fucking hard
fuck.
to bring out shit.
I did not think they would go this slow. I really
No,
Well,
it's pretty
they're
bad.
literally
Yeah,
showing their
that's why
ass.
I'm
They're
responding
showing
to
their
it.
ass and showing us
Because-
that they were shows all along.
Because if they said I disagree with Angel, blah blah blah, it's like I'm not even going to respond to it.
Yeah,
but no,
fine, that's okay.
they did this shit.
Easy to divide the left with this bullshit. Total fucking
You are
bullshit.
doing that
Total
yourself.
bullshit.
You are
There's
dividing
not-
the
That is
left.
bullshit
You are
3
taking
times.
pot shots at us and dividing the left.
bullshit. I hope
Again,
you're
you
safe.
guys are literally saying the quiet parts out loud, and literally you are showing your ass here. You're accusing Angel of doing what you are doing. It's called projection.
Massive projection. I mean, that's a good point. It's massive projection. Looks like by Russell in here.
Not one word of sense in that entire fucking post.
Oh, doesn't make
Absolutely.
sense.
Not one word of
So you
sense.
can't
So
make,
here, this
you
is when they
can't
go
make
after Hillary
sense
here.
of
But-
literally what they just said there.
yeah, it's all massive projection. And this is when they go after Hillary. I'm not going to play that, but yeah, this
But,
is
and
what
yet
we all
you say,
do. But-
this is so stupid. He literally said, this is so stupid. But yet you can't understand a metaphor. You can't understand the argument. So then you call him intelligence or a psyop. Isn't that funny, Russell?
Let's see. I'm trying to see. I saw someone put the link. Wait, scroll down a bit. Let me see. Keep going. If I don't see it, if we keep going further, right? If I don't see it, then I might forget it.
yeah, I don't.
let's
Yeah, that
see.
was
I'm trying
the-
to find the point where someone responded. You were responding to.
Yeah, I don't think there's not because this is the clip. This is not the mainstream. I just got it from the actual clip they pulled out. See, this is like an hour long.
But yeah,
so-
as you can see, they were calling them out. It was.
Yeah, the audience were. In fact, let me. I could go back to that. I'm not gonna play it, but I could go back to the stream. Whoops. Let's see. It's Monday stream. It's this one. La la la. Who cares? I already did that.
That they're doing a meme. We can push them left, guys.
Yeah, they're doing
that's
the meme.
basically
Yeah,
what they're doing.
yeah.
They're showing their
I mean-
ass. They're literally showing their ass on this.
There.
You guys are
you-
projecting and doing exactly what you just accused Angel of doing. You are the ones who are dividing the left because you're taking pot shots at people who come with receipts. Again, clip this and give it to Russell Dobler. I dare you. Somebody, anybody.
They spent the whole hour browbeating people criticizing DNC candidates. It's almost like watching the Vanguard. That's the one
Well, that was
Golden
the one I
puts
was
out
thinking.
for me.
Oh yeah, this is the one. This is the one. You're doing vote shaming. Richard never heard that. If you go to that part, that's what I wanted to click that part.
Yeah, I'm
And
not
it's-
kidding. You
so
do,
pause
right?
it, pause it. So it's the question: if refusing to vote for a genocidal duopoly acceleration is voting within duopoly cruise control, own it. So, and this was Russell's response to it. This was Russell's
So
response.
they take the $5 and then he says this.
All right. So you get people who are running on voting against arming Israel. And on the other side are
He's doing
people
it
who are
too.
emphatically voting or running on voting for it. So you don't feel like there's any value to voting
No,
for
he's
the
already
yeah,
taken
sure, they might
Israel.
betray you in office. You
Yeah.
don't know that though. Right? Like why would you not if
No, why
I
would
I'm
you
not
not
we,
vote
we
for
don't tell people go campaign for Democrats, go. But I live in New York. I voted for Mamdani. Like if you
Well, then
lived
you're
in
stupid.
Oh,
Michigan,
you're a fucking
Sure he
idiot.
you
did.
just
Then
wouldn't
you're
vote for El
stupid.
Sayed over Rogers. Like
No, I wouldn't vote at
We're not
all.
voting for
Russell.
any-
I wouldn't vote for. I haven't voted at all ever, and I don't
Yeah,
plan on
so
it because I don't literally vote for pedophile creeps who are in the club. Mandati's in the club. I hate to break your heart, Russell and
The-
Keaton,
the
but
day
he's in the
after-
club.
The day after El Sayed won the primary, he immediately caved to Israel.
Of course, they all
let
do.
me go to the chat here a little bit. Nice job dividing the left, Angel. You're the best federal agent I've seen since The Rock and Fast and Furious 12.
Yeah.
Geriatrics.
How dare you? How dare you? What's wrong?
If Angel's a Fed, then I am a GQ model. Thank you, Red
Oh
Cookie.
my! That cookies I don't
I
wanna
would push
see.
him to the left, Alex. I would push him all left off a cliff into some Punjabi sticks.
Yeah, please do that.
Golden
Pajamas?
says, I wish we could find the exact clip of when Russell casually admitted
Yes,
years ago
I forgot.
that he
I remember
that
when
he had a
mentioned
little
that.
bit of Bitcoin. It was either
Yes.
during the RFK Jr. hype or per Bitcoin or the FTX scandal.
Yes, he mentioned in one of our chats that a couple years ago he was taking Bitcoin from what was it, a Zionist company or whatever he said? Wasn't that?
Yeah,
what
so,
it was
I don't something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I was like, he did what?
That's like Jimmy Dore saying,
Golden-
"Oh, I got gold and silver." Dude, come on! You don't think that just like in 1937, you don't think that
Jimmy-
the government will make you give that gold back? And they don't have to give you any money
Russell-
this time for it.
it's like Russie has no idea at all that Angel's a part of INN. Feels like a direct stab towards Indy, indirectly. I mean,
Well, I don't know if they've heard of INN at all. So
Nah,
No,
they don't really
they-
care.
no,
We're
no,
just
no. They
peons
know.
to them.
They know about us. They do. I mean, I
Well,
think
they're
we've
still,
had.
they still probably think we're peons to them because they
Yeah,
made it.
they know about us. It's just that none of us never got on their post-duopoly show, which I've always had an issue with because we're definitely post-duopoly, and it's like, really, guys, you know who we are. I mean, especially Kit knows who. I'm not blaming Kit for this, to make that clear, but I'm just saying he definitely knows who we are. So
And
it's
he
like-
has said nothing but great things about us. And I know
Yeah.
he, especially about you, Angel. I talk to Kit on a regular basis, and he always keeps telling me, tell Angel to keep up the great work. You guys keep up the great work, and
Thank
your
you.
show is gonna, make it.
yeah,
And we don't need people like this to take pot shots.
that's another thing going Monarch. Gen X girl, she's disappointed us lately too. So
I still call out
Again,
Gen X
she
girl
probably
here in her
sold out.
profile.
She sold out to the establishment. It happens.
She,
Just like
she's
Keaton and
done
Russell, it
uh,
happens.
She's done a great job on Israel, but recently I'm like, what the fuck is she tweeting? Like, why is she doing this?
Maybe she got hacked.
Oh no, Court! It just happened, of course. We literally just did it. You must have just missed it, but you can go all the way back and start from the beginning.
we've been talking about it for like a half an hour or something.
Yeah, so we got to it
I have
early.
been nice, as nice as I can be. I
Yeah,
haven't
so
said
guys,
SAD a bunch of times.
I want to make this clear. The only reason why I did this because they went after me first. I didn't think about them. I haven't thought about them in months. I don't
And
know what
we
their show's
have
been doing.
And we have
Go
a
ahead.
right to respond. We have a right to defend ourselves.
know-
This is still America, the United
we do
States.
have a right to defend ourselves. Not just kidding.
We do.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know that we have crossover audience with them, or I assume we did at some point. So I don't want to cause issues like that.
Also,
But
remember, you're a libertarian, Angel, and CIA asked it or whatever.
yeah, Russell responded to me saying, "Well, I made it clear that No, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't make it clear that it was part of FDR's history. He kind of implied that it wasn't true, but he backpedaled a little bit, and then he was like, "Well, but you sound like a libertarian." He was like,
Yeah,
really?
going
That would be
more
like Descent and Bloom
Packer,
one, road.
Track 8 Packer full of shit. I mean, they
Well,
might.
look what happened with Dr. Nick. Dr. Nick went off the deep end. I don't know what the fuck happened to him.
Oh yeah,
I think
he,
I remember seeing that.
yeah.
He went after
in our
Indy
chat-
in his own chat.
He went after me too at some point. To be fair,
I think I remember. I think I remember.
We did speak privately because he was having issues with Witchy, so we did speak privately.
Yes.
And I look, I won't bother your shows again. I won't watch unless if Witchy's there. It's like, all right, man, whatever you feel needs. I don't know.
Because and here's what the thing was, because he said that Saturday is Satan's day. I went, what the hell are you talking about, dude? There's no such thing. Saturday was literally made from Kronos, who was a fertility god. He was the Titan. And he goes, you don't know what you're talking about, and stop talking about like that stuff. Okay, go fuck yourself then. I'm sorry, I come with receipts. I know about pagan gods. Christians need to stop this bullshit where they know everything about the gods that they think they know. You don't know them. Just like when I said, Baal is not a demon. He is not a demon. He was an ancient god that was worshipped by the Hittites.
Yeah. Bad Cookies also say you don't tell them to vote. You shame them into voting the way you want. Yeah. I mean, that's what Due Dissidents has started doing, apparently, because, I mean, I haven't thought about them or watched them in months because I really don't have time. So the only people I watch is INN, a Kid Show, and that's pretty much it.
I stopped watching them years ago because literally all I would do was say, I agree with so-and-so, and their fucking audience would attack me. For fuck's sake, I'm agreeing with you and you're attacking me. What the fuck? I agree with you. Oh, well, you don't know what you're talking about. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I agree with you. And they still were attacking me. So I said, go fuck yourselves. Go suck a dick.
Bad Cookie says, if I disagree, if they knew he was connected to Indy, they might have kept their mouth shut or have been nicer. Maybe. I mean, I talked to Russell or Keaton, one of them, a while ago, and I have it on my profile. I'm part of INN, so it's not like I don't. So if they don't know I'm part of INN, that's strange. I mean, they should know if they don't know.
I don't know if Snow Himbo is still in the chat, but guess what? Snow, if you ever have me on your show, Dr. Nick will not watch you anymore. And that's sad because I did nothing wrong to him. Nothing whatsoever.
Bad Cookie says their audience is special. Let's say.
Yeah, special in a short bus kind of way. Is that what you're talking about?
Bad Cookies also said, then they knew, Angel. They knew. They still wanted to call you a freaking Fed. That's BS.
They want to cause dissension among their watchers. Their watchers know that we come with receipts. We have done the research. We have done all that we need to do. For fuck's sake, how many times have I referenced Descent and Bloom? And she does the work. She does the research herself. And she's a registered nurse. And she's a mom of 3. For fuck's sake, we're doing this because we want to get the information out there. This is not, we're just sitting around bullshitting, sucking our dicks and playing with ourselves. For fuck's sake. We are literally doing the job that they should be doing, but we're not taking the money from this.
It's like their show has kind of devolved. I mean, I watched a lot of their clips just out of curiosity. They evolved into responding to their Twitter feed and just being Democrats now, which
and
is
being
sad.
butthurt about people who literally tell the truth. Well, if you don't want to hear the truth, then stay off of Twitter.
Because what the majority of, and especially we're going to see this a lot during the midterms and the presidential election, we're going to see a lot more political entertainment, which means responding to the presidential candidates when they say something wrong or
professional wrestling.
or attack, or they'll go after Republicans, or even the Republican content creators go after Democrats. We're going to see a lot more of that in the now during the general and the presidential campaign.
But will they go after these people who are acting like Justice Democrats or quote unquote progressives? And I use the term loosely because there's nothing progressive about them. They are literally just shills and in the club, or they would not be there in the first place. They would not be wearing these.
It died after the 2020 primary.
Right. They would not be winning these primaries if they were opposition to the establishment.
When I heard Russell went after me from Cowboy Kitty, which thank you for letting me know, I just said this.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
And we had to do this segment.
Like I said, we all have a right to respond, and I'm holding back because I was furious too. You go after one of my best friends, and now you got the problem. Because again, I would do the same thing for Alex. I would do the same thing for D. I do the same fucking thing for Indy if someone came after Indy. I literally I went to Indy in the chat room and I said, I don't know what's wrong with Dr. Nick. He went after me for no reason. And I mean, it just spirals out of control. And here we go again with more people who literally, I would defend any one of my friends who literally, I would do it for Kit as well. I would do it for Snow or Greg or Dissident Bloom, excuse me. Ugh, sorry.
So here's the I wouldn't randomly start drama like this. They started it. That's the only reason why I did this response.
Yeah, and why are you taking pot shots at us? Don't you have better things to talk about?
They think farming is slavery.
Right.
So,
again, I just said, I did the same thing that Russell did when he said, well, this is just stupid. Okay, so basically by your terms, you think all Hispanic men are stupid. Because I just did the same thing you just did.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't expect it to be that bad. It's like, I'll watch it, and if it's bad, I'll respond. If it's like I disagree with Angel, blah blah blah, it's like, okay, but that was bad. I was like, holy crap! I mean,
they
really
want those things, bad cookies, but they ain't gonna do nothing about it. They're not gonna raise the minimum wage. They're not gonna get health care for all. Again, these are fake people pretending to mind the sheep or sheep, shepherd the sheep is what I was trying to say. These people know, again, they would not be winning these primaries if it was for they were opposition to the elites. The elites are fine with them. They want them in their circle so that they can keep screwing poor people.
Yeah, so I don't want to involve anybody else from INN, even though Colin did say if I needed him to say something, he would. It's like, yeah, thank you, I'll handle it, I don't really want to involve anybody else from INN because we don't do this. Like we don't do. We don't do drama like this. I really don't. I mean, I could very easily make videos about other content creators that I think have crapped the bed lately, and we could do an entire show on that. But I don't do that. I have more important things to discuss. We have more important things to discuss because the real facts are here. The facts are that everything is bad. Poor people are getting screwed left and right. And when are you going to talk about that? You want to talk about the Republican Party and Trump and all that stuff? Biden was a pedophile. The Democrats are pedophiles too. They do not care. They are in the elite club, or otherwise they would not be winning their primaries or their real election.
No, Steph, that's actually not true. Democrats are trillion times better than Republicans.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say, if I wanted to, I can make an entire show going after Kyle, but I don't. I stopped doing that because I have more important things to talk about.
Low-hanging fruit.
By the way, he's still doing Trump derangement syndrome.
Oh, he's a lunatic. I mean, I've seen clips of him recently. A total lunatic, out of his mind. I mean, it's like insane.
Well, to get his dick sucked, he kind of has to, be fair to mommy.
He has to do what Crystal tells him to do.
Yeah, exactly. Or you don't get his dick sucked.
Did you see that clip where Crystal Ball crashed out defending Jen Cougar's nephew? I mean, she was so angry.
I didn't watch the clip, but I saw.
We could do a whole show on Hassan Piker and what a fucking idiot he is. Because he's
the guy who saps his dog because.
Yeah, I don't respect him. I don't respect him because the way he treats his dog and all his bullshit too. So that's why I call him Jen Cougar's nephew. I don't even respect him enough to mention his name. So
who acts like a progressive, but he's rich. He's not on our side.
Isn't that funny that all these progressives are rich people? Isn't that funny?
Yeah. Don't forget when Kyle Lewinsky about Graham Plattner was like, Graham Plattner can have me suck his whatever he was saying. I would still.
Yeah, he
said he could
sex. He said he could sex my mother, and I still vote for him.
Oh, I'm
And then
sure
still
Kyle
support
would
him.
let him suck his dick. I'm sure Kyle would suck his dick. I'm sure.
Yeah, so that's the due dissidence response. I'm not going to do this again unless they come after me again. Then I'm going to have to do it.
And
Yeah.
again, clip all this stuff and send it to Russell. I can do this all night, but unfortunately, I'm going to the beach, Russell. You know, us poor people, at least we get a little time to ourselves.
Yeah.
I'm taking myself and my son to the beach. And if you got a problem with that, I guess you can go suck a dick. But at least I'm trying to have somewhat of a life before it all goes to shit anyway. And little man Donnie tells you that you have to be in your 15-minute city. Oh, wait, he won't do that to you because you got money.
Yeah, this is. I'm sorry, but this is beyond gay. So, whoops. I'm not gonna play the sound because it's copyrighted, I'm sure. But this is like beyond gay. So, like, this is. Remute this.
I just like, what the fuck?
I mean, again, he's a pedophile, dude.
Yeah,
he's a pedophile. So of course he's going to do stuff that's
This is so
for
gay.
kids.
This is.
He's going to do stuff that's for kids because he's a fucking pedophile.
So
oh my god!
The fake,
they're doing
the
it right
fake
in
doctor.
front of your face, Russell.
The fake doctor is more and more homosexual every time I see him. So it's.
And then he's
So
like, I love the Jewish people. I love the Jews. And me myself as a Jew, I'm like, stop with the fucking pandering and trying to love the Jews. It makes me sick.
He's
well,
like,
now he does his own versions of Blue Clues because guess who watches Blue's Clues?
Kids.
Children.
Yeah.
He's like, we just got a letter. We just got a
Children
letter.
don't watch politics.
Oh my god!
I wonder who
up,
it's from.
Pedophile.
Oh, it looks like it's my ballot. Now you get to vote. Yeah, blah blah blah. He gets to participate in democracy. June 25th was the primary. It has to be postmarked by July 21st. Or I could drop it off. Blah blah blah. Yeah, so he's doing a Blue's Clues parody.
That this is literally a pander to the fact that he's a fucking pedophile. I mean, this is like screaming out loud without screaming out loud that he's a fucking pedophile. He's literally doing this shit as if he were in a child's. I mean, kids, I don't understand. Kids can't vote. So why would you pander to children? No. This is literally saying the quiet out part out loud. I'm a fucking pedophile, so let's go do it.
I remember
he's a fucking pedophile.
I remember when it was Hillary versus Trump and Hillary did that cringe. Trump saying mean things with children watching, that infamous ad she did.
And they didn't care about kids. All they want to do is fuck them.
I remember back when he used to be good, he was like, fuck the kids. Fuck the kids. Nobody cares.
Yeah. This advertisement is a complete flap to the face of his supporters. He's treating him like children. Yeah, and he's also doing a parody of Blue's Clues because a lot of 40-year-olds like us watched the show when we were kids. So he's like, hey, remember the show you used to watch 30 years ago? Yeah, I'm doing a parody of it. It's like,
no offense, but I didn't. I was watching like Ren and Stimpy. I didn't like Ren and Stimpy, but like Doug and Rocco's Modern Life and
I watched all that.
I loved Global Guts and
yeah, that was good.
Hidden Temple, Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Hillary did that cringy Pokemon Go.
Oh god, that was the
I guess that's
thing
equivalent.
I've ever seen.
Yeah, they're trying to pander to their audience, but really what they're doing is screaming, "I'm a pedophile." So
hey, Cal.
All right,
not sure
guys, I'm sorry, but I have to go.
No, it's okay. I knew that's why.
Really early talk tomorrow.
No, she's going to the beach. She'll be gone all day.
Beach all day, dude.
Okay.
I'm going to the beach, and I'm going to have fun on the waves, and
Yeah, stay safe, and we'll see you next week, I guess.
Yeah, next week. All right. Bye, guys. And everybody, suck a dick.
We'll go a few more minutes here. Cowboy Kitty, if you didn't see, we did do the do dissidence response, so we have to go back a little bit. So, happy birthday.
That part of the segment go to like the 50-minute or the 55-minute mark.
Yeah, it's we've been talking about this for nearly an hour. We spent an hour on this.
Yeah.
It's my birthday. Happy birthday, Cowboy. Hope you enjoyed it today. My birthday is the end of the month, so I'm turning 40. So it's like happy birthday to me too. So yeah, what else? We got a few more minutes here.
So I just read that it's 1-0 Yankees right now, but still.
Okay. Yeah, so make sure you like and subscribe. You haven't already. I might clip out the whole due dissident segment and upload it, not to the INN channel, to my personal channels. I don't want to put drama up, on the INN channel. So let's see. So I'm glad I saw it. Luigi Mangione is going to plead guilty to federal stalking charges and the murder of the healthcare executive. So Brian Thompson, I think his name was. So let me go to that because I forgot. Oops, I can't even spell his name. Mangione. Here we go. I got it has to be articles about it. It's just I saw that it's like, oh, he's pleading guilty. He's not even pleading guilty to murder. That's like the shocking part. He's not. They have him pleading guilty to federal stalking charges. So where is
God, need some AOC cake, really?
Yeah, the whole. Wait, that's that video. I don't want to. Where is it? Ah, here we go. Yeah. So AOC for some reasoning is freezing her eggs,
Yeah.
and somehow that's supposed to help her running for president. Like I don't know.
Yeah, and she just broke up with whoever that white
Her banker. By the way, her banker boyfriend, which is ironic, that she's dating a white banker. I mean, she's so anti-banker, or she was until recently. And I was like, well, she
crunchy shorts as well, like that's supposed to be.
Yeah, I was like, she's running for president. That's why she has to get rid of her white boyfriend because that wouldn't be a good look for her in her rhetoric. So Luigi Mangione pleads guilty to federal charges in the killing of United Healthcare CEO. Mangione was charged with 2 federal stalking counts and faces a maximum penalty of life in prison in 2024 killing.
They still haven't. All the conservatives say, "Oh, Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk," but they still haven't done anything.
Yeah, he had an initial appearance, but I haven't heard any other court day since. So I don't know what the hell's going on with that. The man charged with gunning down United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson is on a New York City street nearly 2 years ago with a 3D printed pistol. Pleaded guilty to federal stalking charges in Manhattan on Friday, as Thompson's family looked on. His allocution in court, Luigi Mangione revealed for the first time in 2024 that he posed as a potential investor who managed over $50 billion in assets and emailed leadership at the insurance giant to confirm the location of the investors conference so he can track Thompson's location. So in order to trick them, is like, hey, I managed $50 billion, so let me know where the CEO is at so I can talk to him. Oh yeah, of course, this is where he's at. It's like, great. Now I get to do what I need to do to them. My travel to New York and email to United Healthcare was with the intent to shoot Brian Thompson, Mangione said in a statement on the morning December 4th, 2024. I shot Mr. Thompson in Manhattan and he died. The admitted gunman, who is an Ivy League educated and hails from a prominent Baltimore family, says he understood his actions would place Thompson in fear of death or serious bodily injury, and that I knew what I was doing was illegal. Mangione also told the judge that he was driven to kill Thompson.
Pause for a second. Now we got an AOC frozen eggs account here.
Mangione also told the judge he was driven to kill Thompson because of experience with the healthcare system as a patient with a back injury. Prosecutors had previously said that Mangione had no personal connection to United Healthcare and was never a customer. It doesn't mean that he didn't have a horrible experience at a hospital or with health insurance. In his statement, Mangione mocked the healthcare industry, citing United Healthcare's reply to his investment ruse. Unlike my previous interactions with insurers, I received an immediate response within an hour, Mangione said, because they wanted your money, or at least the money that they thought you had. Thompson's family issued a rare public statement after the plea hearing, calling it an important step towards justice for Brian and our family. While nothing will ease the pain of losing him, we are grateful that the federal justice system has held the person responsible for this heinous act accountable, the statement said. Now we look to the court to ensure the sentencing reflects the severity of this crime. So look, I don't want to attack his family because look, no matter what a piece of shit he was the CEO, he was, he had a wife and kids and the kids needed him and, they don't have him. So yeah, that's horrible. But Brian Thompson himself, whatever. It's like this. It's like Mangione faces a maximum sentence of life in prison, and prosecutors suggested that his sentencing can range under federal guidelines would be 24 to 30 years in prison. Prosecutors later clarified that they would be recommending life in prison, the steepest sentence available. He will be sentenced in a separate hearing on December 18th. That's like months from now. And the final sentence will be determined by a judge who has full discretion. His federal court guilty plea is expected to kick off a double jeopardy fight in state court, where he still faces a murder charges and the possibility of life in prison. Mangione's defense is expected to argue that the cases covered the same alleged conduct and that proceeding with the state trial would amount to a legal violation. That's why he pled guilty, because he doesn't want to face the state trial for murder. So it kind of makes sense now why he's pleading guilty. Since December 2024, the Manhattan DA's office has been tirelessly preparing to pursue a trial conviction in New York State Supreme Court for the alleged cold-blooded murder of Brian Thompson. A spokesperson for the Manhattan District Attorney's Office said following the federal hearing, "While the federal hearing is pending, we're prepared to litigate the defense motions. The Manhattan DA's office remains committed to seeking justice for Mr. Thompson and his family." Following the guilty plea, Mangione lawyers Karen Friedman Angfilio said that we just filed our motion in state court explaining why the state charges must be dismissed under New York's double jeopardy protections. She's discussed Mangione's rationale. As Luigi explained in court today, he endured years of severe, debilitating pain following a broken back while struggling to navigate our healthcare and health insurance systems. He believed the system had failed him and destroyed his life. The upcoming double jeopardy fight could stall proceedings in New York Supreme Court, where he's set to stand trial September 8th. It could also lead to litigation in appeals courts. In court, he answered a standard set of questions from U.S. District Court Judge Margaret Garnett. He said yes to whether he understood his right to a jury trial. Excuse me. He also confirmed that he knew he would lose his right to vote, own a firearm, and will no longer be eligible to serve on a jury. I think he really doesn't care about that. That's a good thing. So yeah, pretty much he pled guilty to federal stalking charges. He's looking at 24 to 30 years in state or federal prison, maybe life, depending what the judge decides. So let's see. Let's see what's going on in chat. Frozen Eggs. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. Helps the channel quite a bit. So yeah, as I said before, this is episode 174 of this show. Thank you very much for all the support you guys have given me. Thank you very much for the support in the chat after being attacked behind my back by the Due Dissidents boys. So I greatly appreciate all that support. Hopefully they don't go after me again, because if they do, then it's going to be kind of an issue. So I'm going to continue shit posting on Twitter. We'll see who reacts next.
Kind of funny when I sent that video in one of the chats. It started a large discussion after I posted.
Yeah, so hopefully we don't have to do this again. And I apologize I took up most of the show, but I needed to do that response. And hopefully next week we can get back to a normal show where I talk about things that are more important than responding to the Due Dissidents boys or maybe anyone else that.
And I know I asked you this before, but the day when the GTA 6 extended look releases, I was wondering, if Friday instead of Angel and Friends, would you do the special GTA 6 episode?
Yeah, well, maybe. I mean, it depends who we can get, because it's 2 weeks away, and there's time to. I don't know if Kit will be able to make it because he's really busy. I mean, that's why I haven't had him on the show again. I had him on once.
At least we should get Snow, Crab, and Dave on at least.
Yeah, we'll try. Yeah, I had to reach out to Dave. We also got to do that baseball thing, which we haven't done yet. I'm not sure. I also got to reach out to Dave about that and see whether he has time. we're also going to be doing a show on his channel about, our support for Bernie Sanders and what was our logic at the time. So we look forward to that. I'll promote that when we actually do it. More like poo dissidents, good way to put it. Accord Lord says, I'm back a ways watching the Russ segment. And wow, he sounds even more retarded than normal. Yeah.
Hey,
I mean,
you said that word. You shouldn't say that. That's unacceptable.
Thanks, Angel and Alex and Miss Witchy. Bad Cookies also thanks for addressing it. Yeah, no problem. I mean, I'm sorry I took up most of the show, but I felt the need to do it earlier because Witchy
don't apologize. It was well needed.
Well, Witchy was leaving early, so and I was gonna do it at the end of the show, which we're pretty much gonna wrap up anyways. But yeah, it took up most of the show. Next week we'll get back to normal, hopefully, and do a normal show, unless somebody else comes after me. It's possible. Hopefully, it doesn't happen again. Or if it does happen again, I don't hear about it because I really don't watch anybody anymore. So we'll see. If somebody comes after me, let me know. I mean, it depends how bad it is. I do want to know because it's, I don't want people coming behind my back and saying shit and then I don't respond. And people are like, why didn't you respond? It's like, because I didn't know about it. So it's like, and even then, if it's something not that bad, I'm not going to respond. What Russ did and what Keaton did was bad. They called me intelligence. They basically said I was stupid. They basically said they strawman me, especially Russell. He strawman me a bunch. So it's like, yeah. Bad Cookie says, if you want, I can come after you on Twitter so we have discussions of things. Well, I mean, you're always welcome. Anyone, honestly, is welcome to come on and be a panelist. I mean, I'm fine with that. Just, I'll send you a link, but, it's been a while since we had different panelists on. So, yeah, so we'll be wrapping up pretty much here. I want to thank everybody for watching and thank you for your patience. And I'm glad, you guys are supporting me in this situation. That's the last time I'm going to talk about those guys. So unless they come after me again, that's a caveat there. So yeah, hopefully next week we'll get back to normal, and I have a few stories here which I wasn't able to get to for that reason. So we got to respond to them. One of the stories is the woman, I think the Saudi woman, or hold on, it's from the Nation. It's a one woman's message from the hell of ICE detention. So somehow she got a letter out, talking about the hell from ICE, what the ICE done to her. She's still locked up. So we'll get to that next week probably, because I do want to cover that. So Cowboy Kitty says, y'all can blame me for Angel knowing about it. Well, I'm glad you told me because I wouldn't have known about it. So I don't know what possessed them to come after me in that way, but whatever. We responded. We're done with it. And we also have to wrap up the show. I want to thank everybody for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, make sure you check out all the other INN shows. We do great work here, and very few. I mean, we don't do the drama shit. We don't do any of that normally. But like I said, I felt the need to respond because after I watched it, it's like, holy shit, they really went low on me. It's like, wow,
Cowboy
I didn't expect that.
We start talking at like the 50 or 55 minute mark.
Yeah, just go back. You'll see when I have Russ and Keaton on. You can go from there. But yeah, they really went low on me, and I was surprised because Russell and Keaton know about INN and know what we do here, even though they may not talk about us and they may look down upon us, as Witchy said, because we don't have anywhere near many subscribers that they do. So it's like,
how the fuck did they find your tweet? I'm still confused about that.
I don't know, but it's interesting to. Maybe they follow me. I mean, that's the only thing I could think of. I have to check because I think they followed me before they lost their mind.
That wouldn't make any sense because then they wouldn't call you, libertarian or all the other things,
Yeah, I think they follow me. I mean, unless they unfollowed me. But I remember at one point, Russell, Keaton, and the Do Dissidents account followed me. So,
wait, I played a live show for them. Jesse did.
Leslie played a lot. Oh yeah. I remember that. They Do Dissidents had a live show, and they invited Jesse to go play with them, or play for them rather. Excuse me, play with them. I don't know what the hell I was
I
thinking.
want to
saying
get
that.
I want to get Kit's take on what Do Distance did to you. That would be interesting.
Yeah, that I don't know whether he knows about it or how. Maybe Witchy can tell him, and maybe he'll do a segment on it. Maybe. I mean, he doesn't have to. I mean, it's his show; it's up to him. But yeah, I do remember that. I think Jesse stayed at Indy's house. He did that. So because Indy lives here in New Jersey, and I do too. But he stayed at Indy's house, and Indy drove him to New York to do the live performance for Do Dissidents. I forgot about that until you mentioned it. So yeah, so I want to thank everybody for watching. If you missed the Do Dissidents response, just go back in the live stream. Most likely, I'm probably going to clip it out because I'm sure people do. If not, they don't want to go back in the stream. Would want to watch it, so I'll probably clip it out today or tomorrow. So yeah, so bad cookies, real quick. Kit won't say anything negative. Kit usually likes to stay in the fence and be amicable to everyone. I doubt he does a segment on it. Yeah, I agree. That's why I wouldn't expect him to do a segment on it, but let's see. Especially since he knows Do Dissidents, he did a show with them at one point, so I don't think he would directly go after him. And like Accord Lord talked about, there's snakes everywhere. Yeah, that's true. So
snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
There you go.
I've had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
Yeah, I got to get that. That's probably a better one. So yeah, I want to again. People were wondering where you were. Huh. Yeah, so I'm here, but yeah, we do have to go because it is 9:00. So if you didn't watch the segment, go back and watch it because I think it's a good response, and we really did what we have to do there. So thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe. Have a nice weekend. Peace.